Here we are once again on Righteous Glory, our lovely battle barge with Lucian and Ingvar. You had quite the encounter on your last mission. Such an encounter that not everybody made it back. Some quite dire measures had to be taken to ensure the safety of the rest of the sector. The safety of the Imperium. Emperor knows what will follow next. Perhaps this is a good time to contemplate. Maybe look inward. Or maybe refresh your memory on the Emperor's teachings. Maybe even visit the friendly battle bard's chaplain, Elizar. By all accounts, your last mission is marked as a success, as a very large threat was taken out with minimal losses. A planet is considered minimal losses in a scale such as this. As for the souls living on it, they were long gone. They were not even taken into account, let alone counted. The planet was accounted to be uninhabited. No loyal subjects were lost.
One loyal subject was lost, but that was his own doing.
Brother Kedrick walked away from the Emperor's path. He put his vanity above all. He sacrificed his life for glory, his own glory, rather than the glory of our Emperor. Perhaps he did his best. Let us all pray that he has met, his soul has met the Emperor, that he has gone to sit by his side. To follow his newly found duties, wherever his soul might be, whatever those might be. He is too far away from us now for us to do anything. Perhaps we should have been more vigilant. Perhaps we should have taught him better. There is no time to grieve. Duty calls once again. We have new matters to attend to. There are warp storms approaching. Whatever it was we did appears to have stirred movement, appears to have shaken things around. Be wary. We do not know what ungodly horrors will come with those warp storms. I pray we are prepared.
That was Watchmaster Cacus. And also by his order, Elizar, the chaplain, will be giving more intense lessons to every Marine on the righteous glory. Either in the form of long prayers or through mandatory scriptures studying. Such a mistake that Brother Kederick did must not be repeated. We live only to serve our Emperor. Those are his words.
I think Ingvar is going to visit the apothecary first, because he is still pretty injured. But then, yeah, I think he's going to entreat after the chaplain. Because something's weighing on him.
Mm-hmm. We should also visit. He is also injured. I think it was from the final boss, not the Necrons, but the Eldar. The one
Ingvar's hurt from every... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, just that stupid ray that did like 20 freaking
Right?
piercing.
Pistol. Oh, it was a pistol. A freaking pistol did that.
20
Eldar
pen
hacks,
pistol, yeah. 100%.
Was it? It was like 18 piercing, right?
Yeah. The basic form has like 18 piercing, and the stat block for the Dark Eldar Archon or whatever it was had 20 pen.
I was like, God damn, that just shot me.
That punches through Terminator armor. It's just like, fuck your armor, bro. It's almost, I think I said it was like almost Hive Tyrant level when we initially ran into it. But yeah, that was scary.
I'm just glad he focused on you 3 different times and failed 3 different times.
I know, right? Oh god, it'd be so scary to get shot by that thing.
Yeah, maybe the projectile was so thin that it had to like hit at a specific angle, and otherwise it would break harmlessly against your armor.
That, or the Allfather, and my Primarch, the Wolf King, were watching over me in that contest.
Maybe.
Welcome to my apothecarium once again, brothers.
Because
It brings joy to see you once again. It was a rough encounter we had down there.
that it was. Was not expecting to see Necrons.
It appears the universe holds horrors under every step, under every rock. That is our duty. To face those horrors. Take them out. For the Emperor, for the Imperium. For every man, woman, and child loyal to him. Go ahead, brothers. What is it you need this time?
My wounds require stitching and tending, so that I might continue to fight in his most glorious cause.
Same reason as him. That Archon packed a punch.
I saw you're lucky to be alive, brother.
Indeed.
I suppose we both are, considering what we encountered beneath the surface. We're lucky that they were only just awakening and that they hadn't been preparing. They could have escaped.
But they didn't.
Yes, all Father willing. Just imagining we're having this conversation while he's like doing the machine, sticking things in both of us. Just, yeah, this is normal.
Here are 30 wounds for your brother-in-law. As for your brother, Wilson,
What was that? I'm sorry, I missed the number.
13. And for you, Revolution, it is 14 wounds.
I am back to full.
As always. Thank you, brother apothecary. Without your tender attentiveness, I would have fallen long ago in this most holy of ventures. You are that which sustains our wrath.
It is great pleasure to be able to exercise my duties and help any of our brothers in knowing that I have been helping you, brothers, brings even more so. As I am sure you attend to your duties with vigilance and zeal, so do I. As should all of us.
Do you require first aid, my lord?
Oh, yes,
Good voice.
of course. Of course.
Virulus.
I still haven't managed to find a suitable replacement for Relus's flocks, unfortunately. Maybe next time we visit a Mechanicus Folks world, we might be able to spare some time to look for one. Preferably one that's not corrupted with whatever it was you encountered on our last one.
Do you require first aid, my lord?
I do hope so too, Willis.
Ingvar will pat Verilis on the head, which, I mean, he's all head, as he leaves. So it's like a boop, boop.
He's not a pet, brother.
No. He is the remains of an honored chapter serf. I would have patted him on the back, but, he'll wave his hand under where he's hovering. He seems to have misplaced his spine.
A simple gesture with the Imperial Aquila will do. No need to make things weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird. And Ingvar will exit on that.
Just shake his head.
I don't know if Ingvar's definitely made the sign of the Aquila before, but it's a rarity in the Space Wolves, so he's not super comfortable with that one.
Lucian, I want you to make a Cynesians test plus 20.
Ooh, I need some dice.
Correct.
Oh, before I forget, Archon's head, that is going on our trophy rack. I specifically took it.
Ooh. Very nice. Here's your dice.
See, what do I need for Cynesians? Plus 20. Oh, got it. Barely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's...
It feels as if out of nowhere thousands of voices started whispering. It is as if someone pulled a switch and you started hearing things, those whispers, started feeling the existence of warp presences, warp projections. It is as if you woke up in a crowded, busy room. Only it's the reverse. It is as if this room appeared around you out of thin air.
Ah, headache.
You alright, brother?
I don't
If
know.
If Ingvar is there, if not.
Mm. You would be aware of something occurring at the what is it? Astropathic choir chambers of the barge. either something has made them worried, something's troubling them, or someone is having a lot of phone calls. It seems like there is a lot of transmissions, a lot of receptions, something with the astropaths. The very few that you happen to have on the ship.
It's always an ill omen when the choir sings so loudly.
Even I'm feeling it. I'm hearing many voices. Should check with the chap. Not the chap. Should check with the watchmaster before anything. See what is happening.
Can you guys refresh my memory? What's the head of a librarian called? I know they have a different title. I just can't remember what it is.
Master librarian.
She's usually chief librarian.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay.
Chief librarian, yeah.
Okay, chief librarian. Okay. Do we have one of those on here?
No. You have mortal astropath.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering.
Here, I think I'm in Pistoler or Cody's here.
Deathwatch astropaths. Astronomical. The integration of standard astropath communication. Yeah, you can have mortal astropaths. It's not forbidden in or.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering if there was a more powerful psyker on
Yeah.
board. Because I know there's, again, I didn't realize it was just chief librarian. But if there was like a space marine psyker who had, been there longer, might have gone to him. But it's not there, so.
Yeah. If you had the chief librarian, he would be taking part in those astropathic choirs, and he would probably be the one doing the communication to just get rid of the mortal astropaths, who are a lot more prone to corruption and any other form of weakness.
Makes sense.
I should pick up some of those powers, but yeah, I am making my way to the Watchmaster to see if there are any news and the reason for what's happening with the choir.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're doing that, Ingvar will make his way to the chaplain.
I appear to have misplaced my chaplain. My chaplain as well.
That is heresy, brother.
What was his chapter?
He got sucked up by the warp.
I think I was using Raven Guard.
Oh, well. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a dark color. I mean, chaplains are always in dark armor, so.
Yeah, go. Right. Chapter Master. Watchmaster Kakas.
Speak, brother. What troubles you? Is it about the sudden traffic of the astropathic choir? Something we still have not found anything useful for. I have to order a radio silence, let's say. We do not know where those voices speak of. We do not know where they come from. We do not know if it would be perilous to reveal anything to them, to answer their questions. Might even be too late. Our mortal attributes might be already corrupted. Too far gone. We are in a vulnerable position.
If need be, I've been more than willing to take the step to help with this. I am not as strong with what is it called? Telepathy?
Yes, sir.
With the abilities. I am not as strong with telepathy, but I am still strong, hopefully able to help out with this.
I am hesitant to exfoliate to such perils, brother. I hope you know what you're doing. Maybe you could visit the astropathic choir and try to focus on one of those voices. Either the weakest one or the strongest one. Whether you want to go toe-to-toe with whatever might come out of it is up to you.
Lucian would nod, bang his hand against his chest, and make his way to the cry room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too heavy.
Ooh. All right. Okay. Let's resolve this. Now, going into the choir, the few astropaths that are there, they are all singing in harmony. One of them is in the middle, kneeling down, praying, holding his head with both his hands, and as per Watchmaster Kakos's order, they have ceased communications. They are shielding themselves against whatever it is speaking to them and you through the ether, through the immaterium. They have been expecting you, and with a gesture point towards the center as the kneeling astropath gets up and slowly hovers over to a pedestal similar to the other ones that are currently occupied by the others, and joins in the song, the chant, leaving the central circle free for you to step in and for their combined psychic might to channel through you and into the warp.
Illusion will do so. You would stomp his way straight to the center and make the Aquila, then begin to focus.
Right. Now, the astropathic choir basically increases your psi rating. And I'm trying to find the detail on one of the books that states more about it. So sure. Astropathic choir. Reads astropath in the choir, assisting the sending astropath. The sending astropath's high rating for transmission is boosted by +1 to a maximum of +10. Okay. So you have a +5 psi rating.
I have 9. Jesus.
What kind of voice do you wish to focus on? A subtle whispering one or a more defined, stronger one, almost as loud as shouting?
I'll focus on the subtle one.
Mm-hmm. Make a Psynesians test. +5 for each point of psi rating.
So, let's say 9. That is 45. Okay. So 2, 3, 4. That is 7 degrees of success.
You can feel the astropaths straining their brains. As you focus in on the voice, this whisper speaks of mundane, everyday activities, such as shoveling excrement at a pigsty, carrying buckets of fresh milk, trotting through mud to get to the nearest well to get water for the family. It sounds like a young boy thinking, wondering, keeping mental notes for himself, getting distracted by a weird beetle flying past him in the forest, being scared by a barking dog protecting the neighbor's yard, getting distracted by a pretty girl around his age, getting distracted by the smell of fresh bread coming from the bakery just around the corner. Thinking of his little siblings. And the youngest one who is sick, who might not make it to next summer. Such are the whispers. You listen. And even so subtle that they are still very clearly heard among all the others. The more you focus on it, the more vivid it becomes. You can not only hear his thoughts, if it can be described as such. Maybe it's his feelings you're experiencing. It feels like colors. It feels like touch. It feels like hearing. It feels like taste. It feels rough or soft, depending on what goes through the boy's mind at any given moment. Its whisper is very, very real. Even when the boy is sleeping, you can still hear the whispering. It becomes more vivid at times, and it lowers back down again. It never stops. The astropaths are having a very hard time keeping up with you. One of them collapses to the ground, and you violently snap out of your focus. A pained grunt, followed by a thud, and a silhouette collapsing at the side of your vision. The rest stop their singing, and for a moment you cannot hear the voices any longer. And through the seared link, you feel the astropath's pain for a moment. The other astropaths call to the one who collapsed to make sure he's alright. Let's see. You get a taste of spoiled food in your mouth. The astropath is shaken, winded. He appears to be unconscious, but he's still alive.
That was unpleasant. At least we got one of the voices down. Or why are we feeling or sensing his voice? For now, keep shielding us from him. Rest and recover. I'm gonna try and pierce the stronger voice at a later date.
Mm-hmm. The astropaths answer in unison. Yes, Lord. We will remain silent. We won't be reaching out to anyone, and we will be immediately informing you of anyone that might be attempting to contact us. Be assured, our minds are protected with his shield as sanctioned psychers. We know our way around such tricky situations. Our souls are bound to him and him only.
Good. Keep it that way.
Ingvar. You find the chaplain busy very threateningly shaking his crosium around, watching over serfs and newer recruits as they read scriptures aloud. And he is very willing to bring it down on anyone who slips or doesn't read loud enough. As he has memorized all the scripts, he is able to... how is it called? To follow with the one's reading by heart without having to look down onto the script itself. He halts only when he perceives you approaching him. And a new recruit that thought that he might escape the chaplain's perception as he turns to look at you, takes a moment to breathe in, to rest for a bit, and he's immediately punished with quite a rough strike to the back of the head with a crosium, causing enough pain to make him continue reading even louder this time.
I see you are having to deliver your lessons today with a heavy hand, Brother Chaplain.
I only do as my duty requires, Father. Such lessons are better laid out this way, rather than the hard one. If only the Emperor can grant someone salvation if they fall away from his light. I make sure we never get to that point. Prevention is the best cure.
Could not agree more. I meant nothing by my comment, only an observation. And he sees Ingvar very hesitant here. He's struggling to get these words out. I am troubled by something in my spirit, Chaplain. I find myself needing to consult one who is deeply versed in the Emperor's, he would say Allfather, in the Allfather's light for soccer. I understand you are busy now, but if an opportunity arises, I would hope I could speak privately with you in the near future.
What you speak of appears to be quite urgent, and I would not like to have you wait. Give me 1 moment to contact one of our serfs in the barge, and he can continue to guide our young brothers here as they tend to you, please.
Thank you, brother. I will wait.
As he voxes through to one of the serfs, indeed a woman appears. And she picks up one of the books laying on the desks, on the podiums, and she continues to read aloud what the chaplain was preaching right before. And that gives the chaplain enough time to lead you to the confessorum for a private session.
Please, brother.
Look out of game before that. Can you remind me the name? I know it was said a few moments ago, and I apologize, but the name of the Ultramarine who died on our last mission? Cedric? Kedrick.
Kedrick, yes.
Kedrick, okay. Yeah, just had to talk about it, and then I remember. Okay. There are 2 thoughts that I am having, Brother Chaplain. Both of which trouble me, and both of which center on Brother Kendrick. His zeal was unquestioning, and his combat abilities were greater than I estimated. But I saw him die. And he died needlessly. He hurled himself into our foes and detonated a grenade. And ultimately it accomplished nothing. The creatures he injured repaired themselves. I say it accomplished nothing. It destroyed him. And despite the respect I know I should have for a brother who has died, I find myself condemning him, thinking of him as a fool who threw his life away meaninglessly for some vainglory. This troubles me, and I fear it may be prying at my soul.
My dear brother, the mind is a sharp blade, devout, pointed inwards. It is understandable to have such thoughts. It is maybe an insecurity that troubles you. Maybe it feels like you could not save our brother from his fate. But know this, it was his choice to detonate that grenade against the zealots, against our enemies, and that alone is an example worth following. And don't be fooled to believe that it accomplished nothing else than his own demise. It has worked as a lesson, both for the vile creatures you faced and for the rest of us. Know this. With such zeal may every one of us fight again when we meet them. And they shall know that even the lesser of us, just like the greatest, would do their most to fail them. They must know that we have one purpose: to serve our duty to him. And our duty is death. And that is the only thing they will know when they meet us. Death. That is what we will serve them. We will spare them no quarter. Had he been a wolf from Eureka as you, it would have been worthy of the saddle. Him being an altered being, that would make it worthy of the... what is it they call it? An eulogy. An obituary. To be written on a plaque under his statue in a great hall in Olympia, or in any planet he helped bring back to him. To not see it as a failure, for it was not one. It was a great success. It set an example. It taught them what they need to know. It has given us an example to follow. Whether it was a moment he gave you to escape, or it was a second, it was enough to let our enemies know that we will not back down, that we will not spare not a single shell, not even our lives against them. Gird yourself with hate. Gird yourself with zeal, brother. And as you have shared this with me, I shall share with you something of my own. It is a great burden us chaplains carry, as spiritual leaders for the rest of our brothers. And there are some that carry even heavier. If a comparison can even be made with such things, I'm pretty sure you are aware of our Blood Angel brothers, sons of some weakness, and their gene seed characteristics. Thus, latent viewers, some gifts can be turned into curses. And when those curses can be no longer controlled, others have to be relieved of their injuries and impose upon the chaplains to see them through. I have met such occasions, not only with blood-stained brothers, but with others as well. Successor chapters of unknown origin and founding. It was my duty to see our missions complete, to free as many of our brothers further safe as possible, and take no shame in doing such things. It would be a shame to not do my duty. I have not let such thoughts hold me back. As you too shouldn't hesitate to fight on. Follow our brother's example and do not fall back. Soften your fury. So that what blood runs through your veins. Soften your ferocity. Teach them fear. Make us proud, brother. I hope I have been of service. Done.
Yeah, Yngvar will sit in a long silence with that. A lot of thoughts running through his mind, and he will get up and he will say, "My fury will always be burning, and I will use it to consume the enemies of the Imperium. For us and the Allfather. Thank you, brother chaplain," and he'll walk away.
Mm-hmm. You notice there is a bit of unrest among the crew of the ship, the various serfs. Not among the Battle Brothers necessarily, but they notice it too. Something feels off. It feels as if suddenly there is more air to breathe. As if suddenly there is more space.
I think Yngvar feels it a little bit too. Some of his wolf instincts are, his hackles are raised and he kind of feels restless. He's pacing around instead of just going to the training room or drinking what little is left of his Fenrisian ale. He wants to move. And he's still troubled by some of what the chaplain said.
Mm-hmm. Lucian, you can attempt to focus on voice once again.
Oh, same thing. 7.
Right. What kind of voice are you focusing on?
I think the only one remaining is the strong one, right?
Yeah, there is the whole spectrum between these two. You can choose whatever type you want.
All right, let's see what the strong one gives us.
While the soft whisper was a bit difficult to track, it took a little bit of effort to take it in, to receive it. This one feels a lot more like a Voxcaster on full blast right next to your head. You do not have to put in effort to take it in. You have to put in effort to keep it out just enough to be able to hear it without it penetrating into you. You have to ward yourself against it. You can sense it coming from an individual who holds great power in their hands. Someone who is conflicted. Someone who has choices to make. And even though they are not literally screaming when they speak, their every word holds such power, such influence, that whoever is listening to them feels like they are being yelled at. Even a slight gesture from that person holds immense power. They are a psyker.
Are they sanctioned or unsanctioned?
Most definitely unsanctioned. With every wave coming from this loud yelling, its ripple caused by this person leaves behind a very defined trail for other things other than sanctioned astropaths or librarians to follow. It is like a bleeding seal splashing at the surface of the sea for orcas and sharks that might be lurking around. It doesn't feel exactly vulnerable per se, but it holds such strength, such power, that it magnetizes creatures that might look to consume it. Such unchecked power can have dire consequences. It might be enough to doom a whole world, or it might be enough to save it. This person is giving commands. They might be commanding armies, they might be commanding servants, slaves, serfs, they might be commanding employees. It is unclear. It is clear, though, that every one of their choices leads to even more ripples around them, even more signals for other creatures of the warp to follow. They shine so bright that it is not easy to discern details about them, what they look like, what they might sound like in person, what they are exactly, if they even are human. One thing is clear: they have a very strong presence in the warp. And by the looks of it, they also have a very strong presence wherever it is they are. They are surrounded by many smaller presences, regular ones, that are greatly affected by these individuals' actions and words. Like being a puppet master, without them even realizing it. The closer you listen in, the more it sounds, the less it sounds like conversations, like speech, and the more it sounds like a rhythm, some sort of music. That they are the probably unwilling musician playing. Can attempt a scrutiny -20 test.
Scrutiny. That is a 0. I think that is a no-go.
You cannot perceive any more details. You cannot make any more conclusions about their whereabouts or what they are thinking, what they are feeling. You can only see a bright light. You can only feel a loud sound coming from that individual. And again, the mortal astropaths start collapsing. And for a brief moment, as one of the astropaths collapses, the whole room is covered in thick darkness. Everything goes dark, everything goes black. And after that, silence. Light returns, and again you see the figure of one of the astropaths laying vertically on the floor, right next to the pedestal they were singing from. Not being able to maintain such power for so long. If the astropaths were not sanctioned, it's highly likely that you would have bigger problems than someone shouting in the warp. Something might have made its way to the astropath's mind, or worse, through him into real space. This cannot continue. The astropaths, all of them, are too wary now. Another more peering into the materium might provoke dangers unnecessarily. They require a
Indeed.
break.
They shall have it. I will be heading over to the Watchmaster to explain the visions that I saw.
Mm-hmm. The Watchmaster is troubled with all the things happening.
Greetings, brother. Speak.
We have managed to decipher the two voices. The subtle one shows a young boy and his mundane life. The latter one, though, comes from an unsanctioned psyker with parent power and command over I don't know what.
Are they human? Is it some form of sentient Xenos?
Did I get a feeling that they were human?
The boy was 100% human. The bright presence, yelling and shouting, is undefined, I would say.
The boy was human, no doubt about that. The other one, the unsanctioned one, I could not get a read on it. They were too bright. So much so that it masked what they were.
That can only mean trouble.
Indeed.
We have been having hard time navigating the nearby sector. Our maps appear to either be outdated or completely wrong. There are planets missing or misplaced, and there are others floating around the stars that have never been recorded before. We are going through very murky waters, brothers. And a powerful unsanctioned psyker makes things even worse. Whatever it was we did back there, it has caused the warp to stir. It might be prudent to investigate that psyker and make sure we nip that trouble at the bud before it becomes an even bigger thorn at our side.
Understood. I will tell Yingvar and Hare accordingly.
Very well. We are drawing course for Thorax A2. It appears to be the planet where these psychic signals are originating from. At least that's the estimate from our astropath. I will be briefing you for your mission shortly, as I have gathered more intelligence. We do not know what we are up against. Let's only make sure that whoever stands against us is not ready for whatever it is we are bringing. Is there anything else you wanted to address, brother?
I have nothing else to report.
Very well. You are dismissed.
You would salute and make his way out.
Very well. As everybody on the ship is busy with the augurs, trying to make out any useful details about the planet, you have some time to prepare, either train or gather any equipment you have left lying around.
Is this like the requisition moment to pick mission gear? Is that what you mean?
Let's see, what do the ogres Okay. You are informed through the Vox that Thorax A2 has what could be described as medieval level technology.
So, a feudal world.
It is indeed a feudal world, yes. That's what they are called in Warhammer 40k. And as with many feudal worlds, there is a lot of infighting. Different factions fighting against one another for control over resources, or even more trivial reasons like vendettas or differences in spirituality. Some,
Question:
yes?
Is it an imperial world?
Well, that is debatable. Whether whatever it is they are worshipping is the emperor in some way or not is to be how would I say it? Is to be decided on a later date depending on the outcome of your mission. If more reinforcements are required, you can simply declare them heretic, and the Inquisition might swiftly come to assist. Or you could declare them loyal and deal with the whole thing accordingly. It depends. For now, whatever it is they are worshipping is not any form of the emperor that would be immediately recognized as an acceptable one. For example, Sigmar in Warhammer Age of Sigmar, or the Old World, or any of the other versions, could very well be the Emperor from 40k. It's a dude with a hammer and golden armor. They are not worshipping anything like that.
Sorry.
Yes. But if you break the hand of the statue holding the weapon, then you cannot tell what it was holding. And you can very well say, oh, it was holding a sword, I don't know what you're talking about. And be declared loyal. Or you can say it was a hammer and be declared heretic. Depends. The scanning has not revealed anything too heretical. For example, giant wooden horses or golden cows or anything of the sort. It has revealed warring factions on the planet. Imagine medieval Earth with well, you know, there is one powerful psyker that holds power. Other than that, you can also find different kinds of humanoids on this planet. Creatures that walk and speak like humans, but have other, more animalistic characteristics. Whether they are some strain of Felinid or anything of the sort remains to be seen. Maybe it is mutation, maybe they are some long ago failed experiment that has left this planet populated by this hooked up version of humanity. Who knows? Now, what I want to see is Deathwatch requisition.
What rank are we again? Or not rank, what's our renown?
I think you had jumped to the middle one.
I think we're at 40, which, yeah, that would make us...
Distinguished.
Yes. So that definitely opens up some new options in melee weapons. And
And due to this world being a mid-feudal one, it is going to be difficult finding adequate sources of power for any devices you might be carrying, and ammunition for your weapons. Note to self. You are given a total of, say, grenades. Let's see the ammunition. Oh. No requisition is required for ammunition. Okay. But there is special issue ammunition. You have a total of 250 requisition.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That is indeed a lot.
okay. Well, my teammate, I, if it's okay with you, would like to spend, what is it, 45 of that on, where is this thing? Just looking at it. So 20 goes to a power axe, the other goes to a power sword, and then 5 for what is it? Yeah, a dipple maglock on the sword. That just lets me, if I'm drawing it, parry as a free action.
That is fine. I am checking where the hood is again.
Oh yeah, the hood. That would be.
I can get the hood?
Yes, I think you can. Yeah, if we're distinguished.
We might need the what's it called? The one to translate language again.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Yes.
Is it
Oh,
elucidated?
sorry. I think so. The hood is 25, and yeah, you can get it. Cool. Yeah, let me look up that.
Yep, elucidator. It is 25.
Okay. So 70, we're at 105 so far, if I'm doing my math right.
Let's see here.
Do you think we'll need any special ammunition? I don't...
Blah, probably a teleporter homeward,
Really?
just in case, because we're dealing with a powerful psyker.
Oh, that's a fair point. Okay, yeah, we can take that. It's 115.
Only 10.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's not that bad. I'm gonna grab the magnoculars. They're only 3, and you can use them to see really far, detect heat sources, and take pic captures. So just in case we need to record something, or not record, picture something. I think we have enough. Oh, should we take an Auspex? I'm wondering if we should take...
I always take an Auspex just in case.
Yeah, that's a good call. So that would bring us up to... Well, those two combined are 15. So that's 130. If we want to get real crazy here... Oh, this is about squad mode. We haven't really been using that. I was looking at the Astartes Signum.
We could get servitors with us.
Oh yeah? What would servitors do? I'm not as familiar with the follower type thing.
There's one for battle, one for monotask, and the service call.
Mm-hmm.
What's a mono?
I mean, maybe I'm a little worried because they're all machines and our tech use is non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure, we don't have to run them in every single action, but... What?
You have all those gadgets and you don't know how to use any of them.
Well, okay, magnoculars, come on. They're binoculars with a few fancy
How do you turn them on?
How do you turn them on? Oh god, I forgot how to turn on my jump pack. Fuck! Brother, I have fallen and I cannot get up. It doesn't really say what the servitors... Well, not there, it doesn't. Is there another part where it talks about them?
Followers.
We could try getting a chapter relic. No, never mind. We're not heroes yet.
Most of those are hero, yeah. No, I've got a special thing planned for that. There's a frost sword with my name on it that Logan Grimnar just needs to send me.
If you look at the NPC section of core rulebook, page 374, there's basically NPCs that you would be very likely to have following you around. Chapter Serf, Civilian, Imperial Agent, Imperial Guard Field Officer, Imperial Guardsman, Senior Officer, Battle Servitor, Monotask Servitor, Servo Skull.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. Okay, da-da-da. Well, he could be kind of useful. It doesn't explicitly say that only tech marines can take battle servitors or any kind of thing, so...
You could take some force fields.
Oh, we can? We can... Oh, yeah, you're right. Combat. Oh, we have shields available to us. Shit, I forgot about that.
The only one not available is the Iron Halo, but we could get combat shields and storm shields.
We could. I'm trying some things out with Ingvar. I have a plan around that, but yeah, feel free. Though the storm shield is good. Very good. I definitely intend to play around with that. And I think you can still use them as a librarian. There's no rule about that. One thing I will say, this doesn't require requisition, but Ingvar will take 3 extra, just regular bolt rounds for his bolt pistol. And 2 extra crack and frag grenades. I think... I'm gonna double check what that is.
Oh, just better Thunder Hammer or Force Sword.
For you, probably the sword, but I could be wrong. Make that 3 extra frag grenades and 3 extra crack grenades, so he has a total of 6 for both. And he will be foregoing his chainsword. He doesn't have that with him. But he will take his jump pack.
Mm-hmm.
I could do more damage with a Thunder Hammer, but if I win the opposed willpower, I deal more damage. You know what? I'll keep the sword for now.
Yeah, that
Might take the shield though.
Yeah, no, that's really useful. I think it gives you plus 15 to parrying. Plus, obviously, the force field.
See your storm shield provides plus 4 armor points to the arm and the body location. Defensive quality. Also reduces time necessary to guard action to half action.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't say anything about parry though.
That's going to be in the traits at the top, because there's balanced weapons and then defensive weapons. Balanced weapons give you plus 10 to parry, like the power sword or the chain sword. Just make sure. Yeah, it's right at the top. Defensive weapon gives you plus 15 bonus to parry, minus 10 to attack. You technically can hit people with that shield. I think it does. It's not worth doing.
I'm mainly using it for blocking
Right,
and protecting.
exactly. Mhm. I can't think of anything else we would. Do we want to bring? I think we have enough for one melt-a-bomb if we want to demolish something, but I don't think we're gonna need that.
How much do we have left?
Yeah. How much is the storm shield?
Storm
we're
shield
at
is
30.
35.
Okay, so yeah, we're at 165 if I'm doing my math right, because the sword can be standard issue, if I remember
Yep.
correctly.
Yep.
Okay. And the extra ammo doesn't cost us wreck as long as we don't take an excessive amount. So we have 35. That actually probably isn't enough for a melt-a-bomb.
Could always change the what is it called? The quality.
That's true. Let's see.
It's up at the top.
You want to make your shield higher quality? Like,
What does the quality do anyways?
that is actually a good question. The common to exceptional. Doesn't.
We love. Γεια σας.
Oh, here we go. It's near where the plasma weapons are, page 147. They add 1 to the damage they inflict. Ranged weapons have the reliable quality, and melee weapons have plus 5 to the weapon skill test. Okay.
Pretty nice. See here. Exceptional is 1.5, I think.
Yeah. And then another 1.5 to get it to master, which we technically can do. But I think that would get a bit expensive, depending on what we're doing it with. Did you want to upgrade something?
Probably the sword.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. Just got to see how much it would cost, though.
Yeah, go for that for sure. I think the sword is less requisition than a power weapon. I'm not certain of that, but
It will be 38.
okay, so a little bit more. But yeah, we can afford that.
No, I'm at 38 to get it to exception.
Oh, I gotcha. I think we can afford. Can we afford? Oh wait, shit. No, we're at 35. I'll give up the magnoculars. It's fine.
Nah,
We
that's
got our
okay.
suits.
Keep it the binoculars. What we have is pretty good already.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Elucidator, Auspex, Mags. Didn't we get something else techie?
Teleporter.
Teleporter. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And then, yeah, my axe and sword, your shield. And I think we're good to go. Oh, yeah, the hood. Yeah, I'll put mine up too. Okay, noob question here. How do you have multiple levels on a Discord message? Because I hit enter.
Shift
Shift enter.
enter. Yeah.
Shift enter. Thank you.
I've read Space Wolf loadout tooth and nail.
Yeah, for the Fenrisian, which we can get one of those as a companion at some. I have to spend XP on that, but I could do it. Uh, there. Oh, you've got the teleport, Homer. Well, I didn't see that, so you've got it. I think we're good to go.
All right. Drop point. Where will you be landing on the planet? Somewhere where it is already populated, or far away from whatever it is they call civilization down there?
I take a dart and just throw at the map. I'm kidding.
And then you psychically guide it to where you want it to go. Like, it looks random, but...
Find the tallest building and land a drop pod on it.
Oh, hell yeah. We just crash right into the throne room of a
Just
Kill
moment to
all the-
take over a kingdom.
Yeah, exactly. We just kill all the nobility. We tell the king, yeah, we're the gods now.
Does it show which kingdoms / places that are at the top?
The factions are separated geographically for the most part. You can tell by the difference in architecture where each faction starts and where it ends. Natural borders seem to be influencing the territories of its faction for the most part. Rivers, mountain ranges, lakes, deserts, and so forth. It's not very clear, because imagine looking at a planet from orbit. How can you tell where a country ends and where it starts? Especially in a feudal world where there are no tolls, where there are no
cities.
Yeah, as we have in our modern world. You can tell big cities apart, you can see where they are, but you cannot know if they belong in the same faction or not. Maybe you can tell some fortifications apart. For example, that is a castle, that is a bastion, that is a fortified passage, I guess. But other than that, every hovel, every little mud hut looks the same. Make a scrutiny plus 10.
That might actually do it.
Failure.
Okay, basic. No, failure. Just barely, but a failure. Oh wait, no, plus 10, that's a success. That is a success.
Yeah, mine's a failure.
You can make out a settlement, a city, that appears to be home to a indeed very tall structure, looking like what I can describe as a wizard's tower.
There is the tallest and fanciest building on this entire map. Whoever owns it is important, regardless of anything else. They might have some notion of where we could find our unsanctioned witch.
Then we head there.
Let's lock the coordinates in and drop down.
Drop pod ready to deploy. Wizard's tower locked in.
To be clear, I want us to land near it, not into it.
Oh, I thought we were gonna land on top of it.
Well, I mean, we can discuss the tactical usefulness of that if you want to, but I'm kind of like, let's not destroy the tower. Just in case.
Right. Uh, with a loud boom, your drop pod lands on a clearing. Around where the tower is.
Oh, pretty. Kinda. It's green. It's very green.
With a very loud bang. You land.
I love that our drop pod is always Imperial Fist colors.
Can I change it? I cannot.
No, it's not a big deal. I just noticed.
Yeah. It has been requisitioned by the Blood Ravens. That's why it's Imperial Face.
Oh my god, have you seen that video on they have that do not belong to them? Oh man. Ingvar will do his standard, take the helmet off, and take a deep breath of the air on this world.
It is very earthy. You can smell the dirt. You can smell the wood, the ceramic plates on the roofs, every tile, every blade of grass you crush beneath your boots. It is a strange feeling experiencing such a undeveloped piece of civilization.
For Ingvar, it's nostalgic. Brother, this place reminds me of the grew up in on Fenris. Or no, the village I was born in on Fenris. There's not the smell of the snow in the air. This is how humans were meant to live.
Don't forget to put your helmet back, brother. Don't want another incident like last time.
That was a one-off. We need to talk to these people. Show them that we are like them, but better.
I just stare at him.
I'll put the helmet on if things start looking hostile. Not that I think any of their weapons could crack my skull.
He thought the same of the Eldor's pistol.
Hey, I had my helmet on for that fight. You don't get to bring that up as a problem. How are you feeling, by the way? Better? That looked like it really hurt.
It did hurt.
Yes, yeah.
And they are gathering around us now.
People have noticed the two giant individuals clad in armor coming from the huge rock falling from the sky, and they have approached to investigate.
Speaking in low Gothic, Ingvar will say, "Greetings to you. We are warriors. We come here to share with you the bounty of our world, our Imperium. We come to you with hands held open." He'll actually hold out his open hands, his weapons on his belt.
the man nearest to you looks at you with curiosity, being taken aback by your size and the things you're carrying. He appears to be understanding what you're saying. He understands Low Gothic. And with a certain look on his face, approaches even closer and grabs your hand, trying to take a closer look at your armor. He tries to twist your wrist around to see the flexibility of it, to see how
Ingvar,
movable it is, how easy it is to move in it.
Ingvar will let him touch him, but he won't allow him to move his hand. He'll look at him, and then he'll move it of his own muscle
Mm.
and flex the fingers. Our empire is powerful. To be a part of it is to be well protected and well provided for.
The man finally speaks. He speaks in Low Gothic, even though it is I could say, twisted version of it. Certain pronunciations are different, and there is some words, a little bit of vocabulary of unknown origin mixed into it.
Take the elucidator out when he does that.
Mm-hmm. The Empire of the Han? That's where you got this armor? Oh, good lord. What will they come up with next? And taking a step back, he continues to look at you, trying to make sense of what he sees, and speaks with individuals around him, commenting on both your appearances and what these huge chunks of extra protection are for on your backs. They would be expecting you to be holding shields rather than have them strapped to your backs all the time. Maybe it's for comfort, they say. And they also mention the Empire of the Han, which might be an existing empire on their world.
Which is exactly Ingvar is going to ask. What is this Empire of the Han? We have never heard of this place.
You have the Han armor and you don't know what the Empire of the Han is?
This armor is not made by them.
They express shock and question with their looks, raising eyebrows and looking at one another, trying to make sense what you've just said. Did you make it yourselves? How much are you selling it for?
It is not for sale.
I would sooner rip out both of my hearts than sell this armor. I apologize, brother. Please continue.
No, I am in agreement with you. This is not for sale.
A very wealthy-looking, well-dressed individual has overheard the discussions.
Get off me.
Father, you keep falling. No.
And pushing the other two individuals to the side, comes forward and says, he recognizes your armor for something peculiar, something one could say out of this world. And says, I am sure we can agree on a price. It might not be coin or regular goods. It might be service or land or glory. You strike me for warriors, fighters. And I have enemies that need dealing with. Great foes from the north. And it is a righteous cause to take them out and rid us of their raiding and pillaging.
Scrutiny.
Make a scrutiny test.
This guy full of shit or what? Oh, yeah, that's a fail.
Well,
That is also a fail.
you're wearing armor and have weapons strapped to your waists. It is a very easy conclusion to make that you are fighters.
Well, yeah.
And being a head and a half taller than the tallest individual here, you also appear to be very strong ones.
We did not come to this world to settle disputes. We came here in search of a very powerful signal. A signal that we think, and it'll point to the tower if it's visible, comes from that tower.
Yes, a structure is indeed visible there.
Tell us all you know of it. Who lives there? What do they do? Do they have authority over you or anyone else? Var is stern now. He's taken on a much more direct and directive countenance.
That is the residence of Our Lady. Lady Metra. She is our leader and protector, our guide.
What? I'm just gonna do a quick Sanesians test.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna ask you to do that.
And I succeed.
How many
Barely.
degrees of success? Barely.
1.
Alright, let me take a look. Skills. Phoenicians. Awareness of the material disruption or number of entities present. There is disruption of the immaterium around, yes. And you do not detect any psychers in your immediate surroundings. The individual currently speaking to you, points around, and notes that this here is her capital.
Just so.
The city of Tahatra.
And what land are we in? What land does this city of Tahatra reside in?
How would they call it? It's not a kingdom, it's not an empire. It is the country of Our Lady Metra. We serve under her command. We are her loyal subjects.
I see.
How does
All
one meet?
Go for it. Go for it.
How does one meet this Lady Mitra?
Private counsel is a privilege only the wealthiest and the most honorable can receive. You, my friends, are strangers in a foreign land, as I can see. And what would be the reason behind this immediate council, this immediate meetup with Our Lady?
I said, we are ambassadors from a great empire. We would speak with the leader of this land to establish that connection.
And you don't have horses in that land, and they had to launch you with a trebuchet in that thing? He points at the drop pod.
Well, I think it's best to show them our abilities, and then motions to your jetpack.
We have horses, for some, but others of us have no need, for we fly on our own. And, let me get back in there, sorry. Ingvar will ignite his jump pack and hop all the way over there.
Mm-hmm. You can see everyone is scared shitless. They all jump down to avoid you, trying to jump away from your path. Seeing fire being spewed from your back. Even this smag individual jumps to the side to avoid the fire coming out of your jetpack. Others scream, others run, others look in shock and awe.
Do not be frightened. This power is under my control. Power such as this come to you. We were not thrown by any Trabakte, whatever that is. We came from the stars. And we bring their bounty with us. If you will. Yeah, he'll say it. If you will submit to the empire of mankind.
Most of them are still laying down, scared.
Ingvar will walk, not jump. Walk back over to them. I tell you, there is nothing to fear. I know its power is awesome, but it is controlled.
Some of them are wondering and vocalizing it. What kind of creature do you have trapped in there that flies with you so fast?
Only the machine spirit.
The machine spirit of my armor, made by the glorious iron priests of Fenris. You know, hit the jets. It is what carries me on the wind and allows me to fly faster, all the better, to destroy the foes of empire quickly and to deliver the glorious news of your liberation. Yeah, we're going full America on this.
You see a few armed individuals show up, very lazily walking towards your general direction, probably attracted by all the commotion. And the people present notify them that you seek to meet Lady Metra.
Ingvar will walk up, past them firmly but gently. Let's see. There we go. Yes, exactly. I'm sure they can feel the power in the gloves as he like gently pushes them aside, and how careful he's having to be to like not just send them flying. You will take us to the lady. We have important business and diplomatic. We have important diplomatic business to discuss with her.
The man armed with primitive weapons is at a loss for words, looking at the difference between what you are carrying and what he has.
Imagining as Ingvar approaches him, like the shadow of how tall he is goes over the guy, and his expression just starts drooping from that laziness to just, oh crap, what's gonna happen?
You know what? Lucian will back that up and takes his shield and just drops it straight down to the ground, putting his hand right on top. Pretty sure the shield's taller than them.
Is that a home run bat?
It's a punch sound effect.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. The lady is that way, and points towards the tall stone structure that way.
He is in
Thank
our
you.
tower today.
The man shakes his head for affirmative, not having the courage to utter a single word.
You have my thanks. And he'll say very loudly, shouting, "Welcome, all of you, to the empire of mankind. This day will change your life forever." And then he'll walk off with his brother.
Way to make an our present.
Just in case this world is salvageable, we should make a decent impression to begin with. Oh, brother, you need to watch where you're footing.
I didn't know they can fight too.
Oh. Yeah, what the fuck? What's that guy doing?
What the dog doing?
That's what I tripped over.
When the space wolves are attacking Prospero, what the dog doing?
I'm gonna get that Fenrisian wolf companion just so we can say that in every episode. It comes to my turn, I do my thing. Okay, what the dog doing? Okay.
You see more and more of the residents of the city, more and more of the civilians. And they are your average loyal looking subject of the Emperor. Not much difference between a civilian here and any other civilian in any other part of the Imperium. The main difference being that in this case the buildings are built far apart with natural materials like brick and stone and wood, while the average Imperial structure is made of plasteel and plascrete. These individuals still toil for their bread, for their livelihood, to earn their livelihood, and they follow a higher entity, a lord, a master. You see old, young, sick and healthy, sad and happy. It is as if looking at any other imperial settlement through a different lens. Passing by one of the buildings, from which you can hear loud laughter, the clanking of metal cups, and song, you are met with a board perforated with small nails that keep pieces of parchment in place. Some of them have the word reward written on them with big bold letters. By the looks of it, by the sound of it, this place must be an inn. And these parchments contain the details for various jobs one can take around here.
go on a quest after we dealt with this psycho brother.
If you have the time.
It would be glorious to take off this armor, leave weapons behind, and go hunt some monster or some brigand, the way I would on Fenris, but I suspect we will not be able to do so. But one can always hope.
I mean, Xenos are monsters and brigands at the same time. Could always hunt them when we have a chance.
Well, perhaps one of these rewards speaks of some creature, but I will remain focused on our Psyker for now. And he will walk past the board. You would go into the inn, but obviously it's not built for Space Marines, so doing that will just make a scene. And a window.
Approaching the tower, you hear music coming from the gardens, from the yard.
That's the...
There are some guards overlooking the place. They are lazily walking around in circles around the gardens, not even noticing you before you are close enough for them to hear your heavy footsteps.
Greetings.
And one that has just barely heard you before he even turns to look at you orders you to stop. Hey, no lollygagging there. Oh.
He's gonna just walk right past him. Greetings. He turns around. No lollygagging.
Yeah, the individual is flabbergasted, stunned by your size and girth and gear. He is left to wonder as you pass by. Lucian, you can instantly tell one individual apart from all these. Between all these metal, steel-clad individuals that very definitely carry swords, shields, and armor, and someone playing the lute in the middle, you feel a familiar presence. One you have felt through the materium before, but now you can see with your own eyes through the lenses of your mask. It is this woman. She appears to be the center of attention besides the musician. And something about her is just radiating confidence, feels power. She is sitting at a bench, enjoying fruit and drinks. with the rest of the present individuals, listening to the music being played by this individual here. Everyone besides the individual playing music has noticed you in the distance, and one by one they turn to look at you and try to comprehend what you are, what you might be looking for, and how you made it past the guards without any of them accompanying you or making sure of your intentions and informing them what it is you want, interrupting their picnic.
In the private box, Lucian will say to Yingvar, I think we have found our unsanctioned psyker.
I was going to ask you if this is her. Should we approach this as hostile, or should we try to ascertain her willingness to be integrated, shall we say?
Let's find out. And Lucian is not hiding his psychic powers. Just letting it all hang out. See if she notices anything.
Mm-hmm. She does not seem to be noticing anything out of the ordinary about you. She's not able to discern any differences between you two. Just like
Right.
the peasants you met when you landed, in their eyes, you seem to be two giant warriors.
Unsanctioned psyker that they don't know that they are psyker. Right.
At least that delivers the possibility, and Ingvar will put his helmet on at this juncture, that they might be educated, brought into the fold. Assuming, of course, there isn't a demon living inside her.
Focus my Psyniscience on her. See what I feel.
Make a Psyniscience test.
I failed.
Interesting.
Actually, you know what? I'll spend a fate point.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, still failed. Same number, I think.
Yeah. Even though she awakens this feeling of familiarity, there is something about, maybe it is this place, maybe it is the circumstances, that despite having this feeling, you cannot 100% confirm that it is her that was giving out that signal. It might be someone, something that is very closely associated with her in some way. Maybe... what else could it be? Maybe it's something imitating her. Maybe. it could be any possibility of the Warhammer 40k universe that I cannot think of right now. You cannot gather enough clues to pin it on her. Maybe it was something else completely. Maybe it was a false vision produced by something in the warp to misguide you, to fool you, to distract you. Maybe this woman is innocent of any psychic elements.
For now, we should approach. I can't get a read.
The closest man towards you turns to you and demands to know what is the purpose of your visit here. What is it that is so important you are interrupting Her Majesty's time of leisure? And he has a demanding look on his face, sizing you up, looking at the spots any suit of armor would have gaps or weak spots. He himself is wearing a suit of armor and the weak spots are pretty much the same at the joints and where it is necessary for mobility. The main difference
I wouldn't
being
try it if I were you.
yours is made by the Mechanicus and his is made by a blacksmith around the city, most likely. What brings you here? Great warriors looking to sell your sword for some coin or jewels, or is it women and drinks?
I think we have that moment where Ingvar and Lucian look at each other in their helmets and they can tell that they're both smiling, and then Ingvar will look back and say, "We have not come here for petty material comforts. We have come to meet with Lady Mitra and speak to her of matters grand in scope. We are from the Empire of Mankind, and we are here to liberate this world." And after saying that, he will walk just right past this guy toward the lady. At least I'm assuming that's the lady.
Make an intimidation test plus 30.
Cool. Okay, where did I put my dice?
Just gonna silently move behind him.
Ooh.
Oh wow, that I am stealthy. He doesn't even notice me. Says Yingvar.
Plus 30, I think that is still technically a success. Let me just double check. Yep. That is a success. Oh, wait. Maybe not. No, it is.
It's a 70. 70, yep.
Just barely, but it is a success.
He tries to body block you, but just one step before you make contact with him, just by the sound of your steps, he realizes he's going to be knocked to the side like a tissue. And he steps to the side and claims, "Her Majesty will not be receiving you right now. You must speak with the counselors first.
Who rules here, the counselors or her lady?
Jazz music stops as you pass.
I can't do the record scratch, but
And when he stops talking, this lady starts talking and says, as she gets up from the picnic blanket she was laying on, and says, "An empire, you say? Is it another emperor wanting my hand in marriage or my head on a spike? Please surprise me and say something else."
it is an empire from the stars that has come to protect your world and make it a better place for you and all your people. All that is required is that you submit to a tithe and you follow our emperor's light. He has no interest in your head or any other parts of you for that matter. Only in what your world can offer and in how he can protect you.
Private Vox, Lucian's just gonna say they take each other's hands here? How barbaric.
It's shorthand for marriage, brother. We use the same phrase on that or taking bed, which doesn't always mean that's not important.
Behind Yingbar, Lucian's just gonna raise an eyebrow at Yingbar.
The Vox eyebrow raise.
The Vox eyebrow raise. That little tilt of the helmet that says bruh.
That the very light mechanical sound of the helmet tilting a little bit, like. Whoop.
Fenrisian marriage traditions are pretty fucked up. Probably not too dissimilar to this world, but anyway. Hopefully that was surprising to her.
There is indeed an expression of surprise on her face. You can tell she is holding in a burst of laughter as a response to what you've just said. And she responds with, "Well, that's a new one. I was getting more used to death threats lately. Make a scrutiny test."
Failed.
That is a failure. I'm gonna train in that as soon as I get the XP.
You and me both.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to be buying into what you said. She comments that what you're saying might be like an allegory for something, or she won't say it straightforward, but she kind of means it underneath, that you might be delusional, believing to be originating from space, from the stars. and she is offering you a visit to the closest church if you would like to come into contact with the rest of your star siblings.
You know what? Lucian's just gonna take out his bolt pistol and just shoot up into the sky.
Mm-hmm. Everybody is taken aback so much. Everyone is surprised. No one was expecting someone to fire a gun. There is no such thing as a gun. So there is no immediate reaction other than the slight jolt as a response to the loud noise. And everybody is looking around trying to see what that was. And they all look at you holding your hand up with a piece of iron in your hand.
And I'm going to point at something, not someone, but something, to project that we are not from around here and we are definitely from the stars. Like maybe something concrete, and shoot at that.
Mm-hmm. Again, a loud bang as the bolt round breaks it apart as it explodes. And as a response, the armed men shakingly pull out their swords as they take a step back away from you and generally towards Lady Metra. This guy is leading. And they tell you to stop it. Stop what you're doing. You will be punished for offending Our Lady.
Do you think you guys have the ability to do so?
Look at us and tell me precisely what you think you will be able to do to stop us.
This guy says, stuttering, "If you don't stop, I will." And as he swings, and his blade connects, it's a
Ingvar
primitive.
will parry.
Yeah, wait, go ahead.
Hopefully this works. Come on.
Yes.
Yes, that's a that's
Not
a
where you
one.
wanted. Yeah, that is a 0. So yeah, with the Dippo Maglock on the sword, he can parry while drawing it, so it just comes out lightning fast. And because it's a power weapon, I think it has a 75% chance of breaking that
Yeah.
sword, something like that.
Let's see. Under 25. Yeah. The blade shatters into millions of shards. And the ring lingers in the air as the force field, with a flash, breaks it. The man is pushed back and falls to the ground. Shocked and frozen by terror. The lady, she She has a hand behind her back, and you can see the model has a dagger. You can tell she has reached for a hidden blade somewhere in her person. A small, probably a dagger that would fare no better than the knight's sword, and she appears to know this as well. Slowly, she lets go of whatever it was behind her cape, as she brings her hand in a normal position to the front, and very visibly also a bit scared, not terrified as the rest of the individuals here. She will say, she will ask, "Are you the ones that listen?"
Yngvar will turn off the force field on the power sword and slowly return it to his belt. We are willing to listen.
Don't think that's what she means. Lucian will then pipe up and say, "Were you the one," loudly, "trying to get someone's attention?"
What she describes is a weird feeling she's having. Even in her private moments, when she is all alone, either at the top of the tower or at the bottom of the basement or deep in the woods, or even in the middle of a busy square without anyone noticing her being the lady of this country. She feels as if there is someone or something constantly observing or watching her. Something that she cannot identify, she cannot recognize. Something that feels closer every day. And she demands
Are you
to
being
know...
watched now?
Yes, even now. And with a demanding tone of voice, she demands you to tell her if it is you.
We were not the only ones watching. You yourself are a bright light, similar to that of the sun above this planet. Emotions to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
You are attaining attention, unwanted attention.
With the same tone, she says that she wants you to find who it is that's causing her to have this feeling of being constantly observed, and bring them to her, dead or alive. For a handsome reward, of course. Treasure, coin, jewels, a plot of land, things that everybody would covet.
Fortunately for you, this planet is now Imperium territory. What use is that for us?
Perhaps we can... Private Vox, sorry. Perhaps we can do this as a gesture of the protection the Imperium provides. A way to convince her.
Is that about to suggest that? But, continue on. But if you want protection, being under the Imperium's arms is one of the best. Follow the Emperor of Mankind and he will prevent any unwanted oversights from the what is that word again?
What word?
Interium? No,
Interim? Is that what you're trying to say? Like in the meantime?
no,
Oh, Immaterium.
there we go. Yes, Immaterium.
She does not recognize anything associated with the Immaterium. Now, at some point you would be able to make another Cynesians test after having spoken with her, after having communicated with her, after having been so close to her.
Okay.
You can be certain that the...
You kind of froze.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Having been so close to her, having spoken with her, you can be certain that the beacon you were perceiving, the loud presence you could see, is her. It is this individual. And just like you were able to perceive her, there must have been others that were either attempting or succeeding to do the same. The Imperium. She names some empires, the names of which you have never heard before, probably empires from the past of this planet. Make a common lore Imperium test.
Ooh. Ingvar's worst stat.
Nope.
Definitely no.
Yeah. These names mean nothing to you. They don't remind you of anything. They don't ring any bells. And
Lady Demetra, we have never heard these names before. Sorry, please go ahead.
And she doesn't appear willing to cooperate with anyone claiming to be the emperor of anyone. Especially when she doesn't even know the empire you're talking about. She is unwilling to give away either her status as master, as lady of this land, either her title or her sovereignty over this land. She has been fighting all her life for it, and she won't give it away on a whim just because you were able to break a sword in front of her, just because you threaten her, let's say.
David Vox. Lucian, I think it is time for you to address your speciality and your special connection to her, if you understand my meaning.
I was about to actually smite something.
Go for it.
He is going to point his hand at the cart and then try to manifest a smite. I will see here. Yeah, that's a success.
Roll damage.
Let's see here. With full power smite. It is
Power.
so 1, so 6. That is 17. Penetrates 4.
The cart is fried. The wood burns and crumbles. Can I make it darker? No. Anyway. Now, let's see. She does not recognize what you did for what it was. She steps back from the still smoldering cart. And terrified now, takes slow steps back.
As she does so, Lucian will then say, those that watch you have similar or even stronger abilities than that. Are you sure you do not want the protection from the Emperor? Know this, lady. I already lost the name.
Metra.
Lady Mitra. Lady Metra.
If you say
Those-
Mitra, it's like the Greek word for matrix, for vagina.
Well,
For womb.
that is information I didn't have before now.
Anyways, yeah. Lady Metra,
Yeah.
he is going to continue on saying, it is not just you who will suffer. It is not just them that will suffer. This whole world will suffer.
She responds, well then I order this emperor to come here and protect me from those who watch.
What do you think we are here for? We can destroy those who watch you. Those who claw into your mind. But we need assurances of your loyalty before we will do this.
she makes a hand gesture with both hands connecting in a specific way, with one of them having the fingers spread and spread out. It might be a religious symbol or some gesture to express a promise or an oath, the undertaking of an oath. And she says that she will be serving the Emperor. Well, you know that just saying it does not make it true. Others commit their whole lives to prove their loyalty. Others prove it with their death, with their sacrifice. Others are still paying the price of disobeying, of turning away from the Emperor. She has nothing else to say.
What say you, brother? Do we scrutinize her further? Measure the depth of her capability? Or do we hunt down these watchers?
It's best to hunt them down before they call a cult down on us.
Very good. On this day you will see the might of the Emperor's greatest warriors. This is but a fraction of what the Empire of Man is capable of. We will call on you again soon, for we intend for this entire world to join us. But as a show of good faith, we will kill these creatures haunting you.
So be it.
I will follow your lead, brother. Show us where these wretches hide so we might slaughter them.
Easier said than done. And he is going to try a Sanesians check again,
Yes.
trying to see if there's anyone or anything. That is a nice success. Let's see here, 50. That is 4 degrees of success.
Mm-hmm. Exact position of the creatures or psychers present. Again, you have to focus away from her to not be blinded by her presence. And as you reach past her, as you reach further and further away, trying to see through the thin film between the material and the immaterium, you too find yourself casting a shadow with such a strong beacon right next to you. The stronger the light, the stronger the shadow. And within this shadow, your own shadow, you see things. It looks like they are dancing. It looks like they are running around in circles. It looks like they're chasing their own tails, consuming themselves and one another as they are being reborn at the same time. It is demons. Not present, not near, but they have their senses fixed here. It is like a time bomb waiting to explode. It is like a mine waiting to be stepped upon to explode. It's a combination of cat and mouse and minesweeper. A game of chess where your own piece could take out one of the others. It is a gambit in which you wager your very souls. And this will be it for today's session. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you everybody for watching. We will be seeing you on the next one.